time I had asked him, I was like, do you believe the things that you're saying, right? Because this is at the beginning of his career really like taking off. And I'm like, do you believe the things that you're saying? And it really caused a rift.
Because you questioned whether or not he believed that which he was sharing with the masses on avoiding F-boys and that type of stuff. Y'all fell out because you asked him if he truly believed what he was saying?
I asked him that, yes. It was a big thing, and we did fall out, along with the fact that there was actually other girls at the time.
Welcome back to my channel, Mother Suckers. Hey, Danae Jaxn, Derrick Jaxn's ex-wife, has broken her silence about her marriage and the serial cheating, quote-unquote, relationship guru, Derrick Jaxn.
Another woman takes your man, don't even trip. First off, everything that you lose ain't a loss, and that applies here. Secondly, I get it. It's like, well, she's taking everything I invested into him. No, she ain't. She about to take everything he was using to stress you out while blaming it on you. She just don't know it yet. And it seems like he's able to give her, all of these different fruits of your labor, all of this good treatment, this money, whatever. He was only able to do that because he was giving you the rest of him. He was giving her the best while giving you the rest. Now that she's in your spot, he about to give her the rest. He's about to give her all of that depression he was projecting onto you because he don't need no therapist. That's what she about to get. That's all she's taking from you. She's taking his criticism whenever his money get low. She's about to take on all of that neglect, those excuses, how little that he was willing to help you around the house. But whenever he took out the trash once a week, he wanted to be treated like a king. That's what she about to get.
So let's recap real quick. Derrick Jaxn, who preaches about healing, healthy relationships, and toxicity, how to spot a fuckboy. Yeah, him. He took to his Instagram back in 2021 to do a confession video with his wife at the time, Danae Jaxn. He came out to his millions of fans in a really cringe-worthy video where he confessed publicly about cheating on his wife. And this was, of course, after he was exposed. He didn't just come out and do this. It was because he was caught. Danae's silence was worth 1,000 words. People did not buy this quote-unquote apology video. And when Danae did speak out, it was a lot of biblical talk. You guys remember the helmet of salvation, aka the bonnet.
You see a bonnet, I see the helmet of salvation.
You see a do-rag, I see the helmet of salvation.
Child, she even tried to put a curse on people who were speaking up for her and speaking against her marriage. It was a mess. And so I'm glad that Danae actually came out to clearly express herself and express her experiences.
After that was everything going great for a period of time? Was there a period of time of wedded bliss?
No, we're not gonna do that then. So wedded bliss.
Was it happy? Was it like, oh, he stopped? I'm not threatened by other women that he's bringing into the relationship.
No.
We're good. He's thriving. He's doing these car videos, and he's thriving, inspiring millions of women across the world. And he's treating me the same way as what he's telling other women to accept treatment as. He's honoring me as his queen. I'm his wife, and he's treating me accordingly.
Okay, so no. No, it was not. And I wish it had been. But so after that, we went on our honeymoon. That was great. Even at the honeymoon, it was like he was on his phone a lot. And so, I felt some type of way about that, but I whatever, he has to work because, look at the life I'm living, I got caught up in like, oh, I never experienced anything like this before.
Explain what that, because people don't understand what you mean by that life. What life are you living?
Okay, so there is a life of glam and riches and fame. Like when you have some status, it comes with stuff. Mm-hmm. It comes with access to stuff. It comes with like this extra treatment. It comes with money. I had not experienced any type of level of that. And I'm like, I've been all them Disney movies paying off. I'm living the life of the rich and famous. Look at him. He's fine and he's doing this, and I get to stay at home, and like I was a whole Atlanta housewife without being on the show, right? Whole out here, and so
whole Atlanta housewife with
no show, behind the scenes, right? No status, right?
And so you were running the business though, right? You were doing the back end stuff?
Yes, behind the scenes. I was doing the customer service. I was hiring people for his team, adding people on there. all of that. I had to get some help. I hired a couple of people to like help take some things off of my plate because there was so much. He was growing so fast with all the different aspects of it, of his business. There was a lineup of us. We was passing each other on the stairway in and out.
No, y'all wasn't. No, y'all was not passing
you think this is a game.
You were not passing each other on the stairway.
We were passing each other on the stairway. Like, this is my shift from this time to this time. Like, I can laugh about it now, but it's really sad, to like, what space do you have to be in to accept that?
Y'all, I watched the entire part 1 interview, and Derrick Jaxn is a textbook case abuser, narcissist. Remember in my other video, I called him a psychopath? Yes, it's giving all of that. Danae went into depth about her upbringing, her childhood, her fear of abandonment, her being raped, and then weeks later getting into this relationship with her quote-unquote knight in shining armor, Derrick Jaxn. She was already battling with the fear of rejection and the fear of abandonment, and then on top of that, being sexually abused and not telling anyone. She said she didn't tell her mom, she didn't tell her siblings, she just kept quiet about it. She just buried it deep down within. And so when she found all of the videos, the text messages, the proof of Derrick cheating, she did the same thing. She stayed quiet about it. She buried it deep down within. She thought that if she said something, that she would lose him, this man that she felt that she didn't deserve, because in her eyes, she was ugly, she had acne, she was nerdy, she was quiet, and Derrick Jaxn was all the opposite things. He was on the football team, he was very charismatic, he was handsome, and so she felt like having him in her life was an upgrade. But he obviously didn't feel the same way about her. He manipulated her. He took advantage of the fact that he knew she wasn't going to leave him no matter what he did. And it was even him in the end that turned around and divorced her. There was never a time where he actually wasn't cheating on her. He cheated on her throughout their relationship. He cheated on her throughout their engagement. And of course, he cheated on her throughout her marriage. So by the time we found out and they did that whole video, she was already accustomed and numb to the infidelities. But she did mention that this was a new lifestyle that they had, a more luxurious lifestyle that they had. And he would manipulate her and say things like, well, I have to talk to this woman. It's just business. I have to take these photos. It's just business. I have to say these things, even though they are lies. It's just business. And she was handling the back end of the business. And it's really psychotic to me because he speaks about healthy relationships and he's pro-therapy, but he didn't even finish the premarital counseling. She was opening up to the therapist and talking about all the hurt, all the pain, all the infidelities, and he couldn't handle it. He was like, this is too much. We passed that point. We're already together. We're about to get married. So he didn't even want to finish the premarital counseling, y'all. He couldn't face himself in the mirror. Meanwhile, she had 3 therapists just to try to keep her head above water in this toxic relationship. Danae went from being his girlfriend to being in a rotation full of women, to being pregnant, to being cheated on, to being married and still being cheated on. I honestly, like, my heart actually breaks for this woman. But shout out to Danae for coming out and sharing her truth, telling her testimony, being open, honest, and vulnerable. She was very accountable for her part, for staying when she should have left. And she was open about her abuse prior to meeting him. So I can't wait to see part 2. Danae, girl, you need to write a book, start a podcast, start a channel, get your coins, okay? Action Jaxn is still out there giving women advice. And the crazy thing is, he actually gives good advice, but he doesn't take it and he's speaking about himself. That's the crazy part about it. But y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, child, and I'll see you at the next one.